Good evening, Eastwood family. I'm excited to get to be with you this evening. I pray y'all are doing well. I come to you with some exciting news tonight. As you know, the government has released us to begin gathering in our church sanctuaries again. That's an announcement that we've all been looking forward to. I'm sure you know that along with the announcement for reopening, there have also been clear guidelines given to us that we must adhere to for everybody's safety. So tonight's message will be a little bit different. Tonight, I'll be going over the custom guidelines that we'll be following this Sunday here at Eastwood. First of all, it will be up to you if you want to wear a mask or gloves to church. There is no mandate on that issue, so please feel at liberty to wear them if you feel you should. If you do not have a mask and would like one made for you, please contact the church office during office hours and we can give you information regarding that. Sunday, the doors will open at 9:45 a.m. and service begins at 10:45 a.m. So please arrive early so we can help ensure that the safety guidelines can be met for everyone. Upon your arrival Sunday, after parking your vehicle, proceed to the north, east, or west entrances. Be aware that the entrances located on either side of the Life Center will be closed. Once you enter the atrium or the north foyer, you will be greeted by the First Impressions team. I'm asking all of you to please follow instructions of that team. We have gone to great lengths to devise a plan to keep everyone as safe as possible and to adhere to the government's guidelines. So following the instruction of our team members will be very important. A member of our host team will direct you to an entrance into the sanctuary so you can be connected with an usher to be seated. It is important that we sit where the ushers direct us and that we do not switch seats throughout the service. You will be seated as a household or as a family. After service ends, please wait to be dismissed by an usher. You will be dismissed by row. We will give you instructions from the pulpit. Here are some other general guidelines to be aware of. Obviously, no person with a fever, cough, or flu-like symptoms should attend service. Please, parents, keep your children with you at all times. This is very important. We ask that everyone please use hand sanitizer before you enter the sanctuary. We have sanitizing stations located at every entry. Please do not approach another person unless you are at least 6 feet apart. And do not take offense if another person chooses not to stop and speak with you. A bathroom monitor will be available before and after service to help us limit the number of people allowed in each bathroom at one time. Also, be advised that the following areas will be closed to everyone: the Life Center, the cafe, the nursery, Power Kids Theater, water fountains will all be closed. I want to say thank you ahead of time for helping us make this first Sunday back in our sanctuary a great and a safe experience for all of us. I thank God for keeping and sustaining us through this difficult time, and I know without a shadow of a doubt that we have been made stronger through this storm. You know, God always has a word, even in our worst situations. Revelations chapter 1, verse 9 and 10. This is John the Revelator speaking. He says, I, John, who also am your brother and companion in tribulation, and in the kingdom and patience of Jesus Christ, was in the isle that is called Patmos, for the word of God and for the testimony of Jesus Christ. I was in the Spirit on the Lord's day. Here is John. He's isolated, a government-issued quarantine, all because of his faith and belief in Jesus Christ. Now, Patmos was not a place of vacation for John, but for persecution for John. Even while in quarantine, even while he was social distancing, he was still worshiping the Lord in the Spirit. And while he's worshiping, he gets a word from God. He gets a vision from God. And he gets a purpose from God, all while dealing with persecution, all while in isolation, all while he's in quarantine. In the midst of everything being shut down in his life, he's able to hear from God, he's able to see God, and he's able to do for God. See, God will use a shutdown in our life in order for us to get to everything he has for us. He'll allow a shutdown of our churches, of our schools, of our restaurants to get his will accomplished. And just like John was able to worship in the Spirit while he was quarantined, that's what we need to do. We ought to keep worshiping in spite of the shutdown, because in the midst of everything that's going on around us, God will show himself, God will speak to us, God will give us purpose to get to our destination safely. Eastwood, I want to thank you for continuing to worship right in the middle of everything that's been going on around us. I know that God has kept us and will continue to keep us. And we will continue to give him praise and glory. I'm looking forward to this Sunday in our sanctuary. I know that you all are looking forward to it. Until then, keep worshiping, and God bless you.